point that, again, they're from Southeast Asia. They're playing with the 250 to 300 plus MS on these servers against international competition. It's difficult. Again, yes, I 100% understand that. Believe me, I was casting these guys 3 years ago when they first joined the scene. And I respected the hell out of them. I still do. I really, really do. I mean, I want to make that very, very clear. But at the same time, you can't keep using that as just an excuse for poor decision-making. There is just a place where decision-making is a factor from the draft, from item choices, from decisions to port into certain places, and, you know, from fights to take and whatnot. Latency, yes, it sucks, but decision-making also is a factor. And it's not, and if anything, I'm doing it because I expect a lot of these guys. I love these guys. I expect these guys to do good, especially here in the SoundBlaster Heroes League. And, you know, it is a little bit unfortunate at times when you see some decisions that are made that, you know, just might not be the best, and then ultimately for the. So if anything, it's maybe I do have a slight bias towards Orange, if anything, as far as, you know, wanting them to do well. So again, just getting that out of the way, because again, I know there are some passionate fans out there. But with that said, I'm looking forward to seeing what they can do here, because again, this is it. I mean, we'll see what happens here. They win here, they have a chance. It's not even a guaranteed chance, honestly, but there is still a good chance. They lose here, it's no chance. It's absolutely over here for them. So, anyways, back into the game itself. Let's take a look as far as what has actually happened here. The banning stage: Ophelia, Parasite, Prisoner, Wretched Hag, coming out with the bans. First pick Engineer, Predator the Follow, Corrupted Disciple, Lodestone, Andromeda Bubbles. So Orange Esports putting some heavy, heavy value in that Predator there as far as that first pick is concerned. And, you know, definitely a strong go-to carry. Maybe not, we're not used to seeing them in that first pick potential kind of hero, but they maybe even a comfort hero for them. I can't say I'm exactly sure on that when it comes down to it, but they want to go the Predator here, so we'll see how they're able to make it work against the likes of DCX's lineup so far, who they go the 2 support in Engineer Andromeda, so no junglers expected to be seen, at least on their side. Going to be coming out with that Corrupted Disciple carry of choice as well. So Kraken going to be banned out. You have a Luna, Rally, Master, Kraken, and Torturer so far coming out right here. The final ban from Orange Esports going to be happening. And then we move on here to the next tier of picks going to be coming out. So obviously both teams got their carries out of the way. If you're DCX over here, you're now looking for middle presence, maybe even some sort of tri-lane makeup here. Would not be out of the question from them either. So it's all pending on the heroes that they finish with. When it comes down to it, Orange is thinking about that final ban. Put some good thought into this one. You got heroes like Pebbles. I believe it's Prisoner. Was he initially? Yeah, Prisoner was initially banned. So you got Pebbles. You got Ravener possibly. We picked up Magnus actually going to be banned right there. So I'm definitely on things like Ravener, Pebbles. Tempest is still on the board, but again, they're more than likely not going to be running a jungler over here on DCX's side, at least. Not out of the question for Orange Esports, but we'll see how that goes. So, going to put some thought into this. About 27 seconds of extra time before they are forced to make that decision here in this matchup against Orange Esports. So oh, by the way, an update on the other match. You had Stay Green versus New Generation. It looked like Stay Green did win that game, actually. So Stay Green, they are now 4-0, and again, they are 1 win away from securing a spot. The thing is, so their final match, no matter what happens, and actually, as you can see, they play against DC Fabulous to finish. Going back to the end game here, as you see, fairly one-sided, probably expected. No matter what happens in the last match, win or lose, they're going to be first place because they have the head-to-head over TMSR. Now, the thing is, you might say, well, why do they even play it? Well, they have to play it because actually if they forfeits are actually overtake tiebreakers in head-to-head matchups. And I think that actually makes sense. According to the SIVA rules, the forfeits actually take place. So if they were to forfeit that final match, then actually TMSR would then get the first place. So they have to at least play it, but again, no matter. So that's probably going to be just a fun match. So I wouldn't be surprised if they just completely troll with the heroes and just really have fun with it. But we'll see what they do. That's going to be covered on Coldcast. Right now, they're doing DC Fabulous versus New Generation, though. The two Southeast Asian teams going at it. DC Fabulous is going to be moving on, by the way. Because no matter what, they are going to be moving on as Team Excellent finished 1-4. DC Fabulous beat Team Excellent, so that's also going to be interesting to see how they do in the bracket stage. Anyways, we are moving along here. Obviously, we talked about the Magnus final ban. We did have the follow-up. Scout was picked up. Holy crap! Scout left open all the way to down there, but DCX like, yep, we'll take that. And then they finish off with Fade. Actually, Fade's a hero that, has died off quite a bit, but every now and then he'll pop up and definitely get some strong mid-presence. But actually, that is also making, again, it could be an aggressive tri-lane. Doesn't have to be necessarily, though. Could easily be a 2-2-1 with a Suicide Scout. We'll see. Swiftblade is the final pickup from ORGE Esports. Interesting. So they're going to be going the 2-carry route. So... And they got lows on it. What are we going to be seeing here? What the hell are we going to be seeing? Is this going to be a Predator jungle?
Let's get it on.
I remake. Okay. Apparently. I don't know. So was that actually their last pick, or? I think they might want to remake because they're still swapping things around. You see, Kindler, he was DC'd, so. We'll see. We'll see what can't swap. Okay, so I guess some swap issues. But so it is going to be sticking with these heroes. But I assume that means a Predator jungle. I don't see. I mean, what else could they do? I guess they could do something like a Lodestone Swiftblade Glacius tri-lane, and then have a Bubbles and a Predator solo. That could be possible. That could be possible. And Orange is definitely known for being a team that's that definitely can play some extra aggressive. So it's going to be interesting here to see what Orange does in terms of their strategy goes. So we'll have to wait and see how that actually plays out. So yeah, this is going to be fun. If anything, we're going to have some fun with this. So this is one of those strategies. I look at this, yeah, usually it'd be a case of like, okay, well, what the hell is going on? What were they thinking with this draft? But honestly, I'm just intrigued now to see what they do with this, because this has potential to be pretty damn fun, depending on how they lane it and whatnot. So it's going to be interesting to see how they decide to lane it when it comes down to it. I feel like we do have a lot of Southeast Asian fans here. And I do apologize if it sounds like I'm being harsh on these guys. Because that is not the intention at all. Alright, what the hell's going on? Oh, they didn't private the game, so a lot of randoms joined. Okay, really? Some random people keep joining the game, and they keep having to kick them whoever sits down. So, all right, I'm sure we'll get this figured out here shortly. Okay. Yeah, there's one more guy here that doesn't belong. Sorry, guys. Got to watch the streams if you want to spectate. That's just how it works. All right, so we should be good now. It is all pick, right? Yeah, it is all pick, so should be good to go. So, again, it seems like they are going to be sticking with the heroes. Kick good old Fantasy. I know Fantasy is rooting for these guys. Fantasy, a huge fan of the Southeast Asian scene, and definitely good at giving us all that information. Okay, so Kindler are going to be playing the Predator. So I'm leaning more towards an aggressive tri-lane of some kind. Yeah, Shuryu's on the Lodestone, so definitely. It's going to be an aggressive tri-lane and a Predator and a Bubbles solo. I was thinking maybe the Predator jungle, but because I know that's kind of possible, but definitely not ideal whatsoever. So.
Corrupted disciple.
Looks like it is going to be the aggressive trial in here, and who knows? Who knows what's going to happen as a result? This is going to be fun to watch. Justice League, I'm sure they have that kind of similar mindset of like, okay, well, we're going to see something we've probably really never seen before. So let's see how we match up against it. If you're Justice League, what do you do? I mean, are you going to have the Scout just sit down here and basically Stay. What the hell is this, by the way? Holy crap, that is a fat lodestone. Oh, is this from the new, I think there's that new thing. I forget what it's called, but yeah, some new versus thing, kind of like the Rift versus Hunter. Huh. It's pretty cool. Anyways, all 5 of them, you see making their way into the jungle right here. Yeah, it looks like Justice League. They're gonna fall back though. Not gonna get involved in terms of taking it on with Orange. So Orange gets the ward of sight down here in the jungle, in the pole camp right there. Obviously, they're not running a jungler, so don't necessarily need to ward it up. Glacius does have 2 revs on him though, as well as another ward of sight. So almost playing like they are going up against the jungler here. On the Legion side, Rev wards could also easily be used to box out Scout as well. But yeah, again, it looks like Scout, he does get pulled the regen of a health potion. He has a 2 ward of sights on him currently. What are we going to see? Is it going to be the Scout bottom? We got Swiftblade, Glacius on Lodestone. Lodestone again playing more of that secondary support role here. Definitely not out of the question. I mean, he has a good stun that can follow up a good setup stun. Glacius, you know, with that Ice Imprisonment, can definitely work with that. And then the head smash. I always call it face smash, but head smash to come as well. Could be plenty of assistance coming out. So yeah, Lions, they're going to be choosing their opponent from Group in this. So they're going to be choosing their opponent from Group A.
It's about damn time.
And again, we already know those 4 teams. It's going to be Stay Green, DC Fabulous, Denial Esports, and Too Much Sugar. So if you're Lion Esports Club, I think it's safe to say I know which team they're choosing. Stay Green, obviously. No. Could they actually choose another first-place team? That'd be funny. I'm pretty sure that's out of the rules. Not that you'd want to. Yeah, probably going to be choosing DC Fabulous, going to the point. And obviously, is DC Fabulous. At the same time, though, I mean, if they do face DC Fabulous, that means they would have to play on a South or the U.S. West server against them, and that's not the friendliest with the latency. So maybe there is some thinking there to maybe want to play Denial instead, but I think they're going to go against DC Fabulous, honestly. It's probably going to be their decision. So as far as Stay Green and who they're going to be playing, well, again, they still don't know their 4 choices exactly yet. It's either Internet Gangsters or one of these 3 teams playing today. And all those, and honestly, no matter how that shapes up, I mean, I don't think there's any certainty there, because even Orange, if they do happen to advance on, because again, there's that U.S. West factor they have to deal with. Now, Stay Green, they do have a couple of U.S. players, not as impactful once again. Maybe that would be a reason too, but we'll see. We'll see. That's a question for later. This is what's happening now. We got Swift play, so sure enough, the aggressive trial link coming out here, and as you see, DCX, they do send the Scout short to kind of go with it. And so this is a case now, if you're Orange Esports, again, they have those 2 rev wards here on Glacius. But if you're Orange Esports, yeah, you don't want to stick around too long. I mean, Glacius, he is going to head towards the middle lane right now, but actually Bubbles in some trouble. Bubbles has a shell surf. He's going to be able to use it in time. Yes, he will be able to. That was actually pretty close with his timing, but he does get it off and actually gets a health potion from the roaming Glacius here. So it looks like Glacius is going to make his way all the way to the top lane. So this is going to end up being kind of a 2-on-2 setup. Or is he? He might just actually stay mid. No, yeah, he's going to go top. Predator having a tough matchup. Against Corrupted Disciple alone, that would be difficult, especially throw the Andromeda on top of that. So having Glacius up here will help. That could definitely be a fun back and forth up there. Bubbles, of course, doing its own thing, and then Scout's going against a Lodestone Swiftblade. Not a combo you really expect to see, nor are you honestly threatened by pending dust or something like that, because the Rev wards actually went with Glacius, and he actually went to counter ward, and I don't know if he got ward of sights. It looks like there was one ward of sight here and one down here, so it doesn't look like he even got ward of sights, unfortunately, in that jungle area. But yeah, so they have no way to see Scout again unless they buy some dust, which could be possible, but Scout could feel pretty comfortable about holding his own. And, you know, if he does feel in a little bit of danger, of course, use that Vanish and just quickly run away. So, yeah, this lane setup here, a little bit different. We'll put it that way, from ORGE Sports. Justice League just made the good adjustment right off the bat, expecting it. So as far as the lanes and how they're breaking down, you got a Fade who's 17-8 now. Bubbles, who is 1-0. Obviously not doing good. Bubbles, in the meantime, going to be comboed right there. And Cassius Curse coming into play. Of course, I also said how he wasn't doing good, so that was just a Kiddo, well, not in the friendliest position. He's going to use the illusion right here to try to actually even pull the creep a little bit and maybe even get a last hit in there somehow, but deny? Oh, not enough damage. We're back in with the real self. Boots on Swiftblade now, but it looks like a Lodestone. Where the hell is Lodestone? Lodestone coming to the top lane, actually, so they're going to try to make something happen up here, perhaps. Are they going to just adjust altogether? Predator? No, I thought he might have been looking to buy a Homecoming Stone, but he is going to leap right here onto Andromeda. Andromeda's definitely in some trouble. Can they land the rocket drill touchdown? There's the freeze. And down goes Andromeda. Conduit onto Predator, though. He is dropping fast, and he will drop. So he overstayed his welcome big time right there. 142 max damage on Corrupted. That's with a level 2 Conduit and 8 charges. Holy crap. That showed right there. So, yeah, the initiation, it worked out pretty well, and obviously got them to kill, but definitely came at a big cost right there. Using more resources, and they lose the carry to a support. So this start, once again, it's actually looking pretty damn good for Justice League here. Oh, the top rune, actually. Engineer's going to pick it up right in front of Glacius. Kegstone will land right there, and now Glacius in some trouble. Turret comes out, the auto attacks to follow, and down goes Glacius. TP's priceless. He's just going to kind of harass now. Lodestone on the run. He's going to be fine. So bottom lane, Swiftblade, how's his farm been doing at least? Where's, oh, Scout died? Oh, I totally missed it. I apologize. WTF got the kill on the Scout. I got a little distracted there. I apologize for that. So, but Scout got picked off. Bubble's going to shell serve away in time. Very close with the combo stun right there. So that might have happened even during the top action. But yeah, WTF, he's able to get the kill on the Scout. Now he pours to the top lane, so they are going to make an adjustment right here. That's big. I mean, that's definitely necessary for them. This creep farm 16-6 now. And he's making his way up top to get some farm up here. So we'll see if Justice League perhaps makes their own adjustment now, as far as that's concerned. Swiftblade doesn't have enough mana to spin currently. He is going the stats on top of the spin so far. And here comes Corrupted back to the bottom lane. So Scout, oh, Predator is in a lot of trouble right here. He does have a Stonehide level 1. Will it matter, though? In comes Andromeda. There's the Stonehide. He used it very early, and they're just going to wait it out. In comes a Comet Stun. Yep, Predator is going to fall. And I say early, but really, he might not have had a chance anyways. Although he probably should have waited for the Comet Stun to be an animation. But again, that does go back to latency and how would he have been able to dodge it, you know, with what they're dealing with. So that was just an unfortunate spot to be in, really, for Predator. And he gets picked off, so Justice League, good execution on their part. And now you have a level 6 Corrupted Disciple picking up farm at the bottom side. Fade missing his combo right there. Lodestone going to be coming in. Actually stuns Membry at Smash. He's only level 4, though, so not the most damage. As actually Free's going to come in on top of that. Shows up coming through. Yes, they will finish him off. Going to come at a cost, though. Double damage Scout. He comes out of nowhere. He hits level 6. He has a marksman shot. Is it going to be necessary? He's going to take out Lodestone. Will it be necessary? Glacius. Is this going to be enough for the kill? No, he freezes Andromeda. Actually, just got out of range, it looks like. So he will be fine in the end. And actually, they do get a counter count to Saint Rocks right there. So at least a little bit of sign of life there for ORGE Sports at the very end. But now you have a level 7 Scout with a double damage rune, and he's actually heading all the way to the top lane. But yeah, he's already farming 288 gold per minute, so he's making this adjustment. Not the biggest deal in the world, though. He is going to be matched up against Swiftblade once again. WTF going the Ghost Marchers here. Corrupted Disciple, the Ring of Teacher, Steam Boots, middle lane. Will they have enough for the combo this time? No, they won't. Just some more harassment coming out. On to Kiddo right there on Bubbles. He's level 6. He's going to use the Kelfield. I don't know about this, though. Yeah, he tried to Shell Surf Engineer. He unfortunately misses, though, and now he's going to be turned on. In comes well, in comes a lot. Down goes Bubbles. Yeah, so he went for it. He tried to get the pick on the Engineer, and that did not work. And actually, bottom tower goes down. That's unfortunate. It looked like 3 players, Lowstone, Predator, and Glacius, were all there, but they could not deny the tower in front of the Ballista. So that is a huge, huge mistake there from Orange. And even more resources now going in favor of Justice League. So you're now looking at a 4,700 goal lead, 2,600 experience lead here in favor of DCX. And they do have a swift play, 286 gold per minute, solid, but it definitely drops off after that. Predator's impact is not looking to be the strongest start for him, and then it just really goes down after that. I mean, the supporting cast, unfortunately, just not having a good time here for Orange. Look at the creep farm here on DCX. Some good spread between 3 heroes, and then you got Engineer and Andromeda sitting on 0. A couple denies between them. Actually, top lane, they coming in with the invis. Swiftblade going to be locked down. Will they have enough of it? Of course they will. Down goes Swiftblade. Freeze on Embry right there, but he doesn't really care too much. He just walks it off. So 4 players up here for DCX, and that caught WTF off guard. He falls before he can even get a spin-off or anything like that. Now Glacius is going to be chased. Marksman shot going to be channeled. There it goes. Can they set up a kill? Andromeda doesn't have mana for a Comma Stun. If she had a Comma Stun, probably a kill. But not able to chase him down. Not a big deal, though. They are going to push. However, some good counter push at least coming out from Orange, realizing the situation. They got Predator, Bubbles, and Lodestone all the middle lane here. And they're going to push it back.
The Legion have destroyed
There's that top tower, though. Nearly a 7,000 gold lead now in favor of Justice League, and we are only 9 minutes into this game. Faye's going to become in the middle here. Burning Shadows. Not going to go for a kill, though, just yet. Just letting them know that they're here. The tower taking plenty of damage. And now they're going to fall back before too much else happens. Energizer finished by Scout right there. Fade realizing he might be in some trouble. Fleece comes out. Do they have the follow-up? Yes, they do. Lowstone comes in with the rocket drill. There's the leap. And down goes Fade. Energy field going to be used, but so was the Kel field. You got the Stonehide here from Predator. They take out the energy field. Spin on top of it. Is this going to come at a cost, though? Yes, it is. Swiftblade. He is dropping too quickly right there. He goes down. Glacius goes down. Shatterstorm here from Lowstone. Boom goes the dynamite. Oh, he's going to wait for it. Yeah, he actually dodges the Shatterstorm. And now the marksman shot, not even needed in the end, as Predator just walks away. So some good tippy-toeing right there from Zane especially. As Corrupted Disciple trying to maybe pick off Predator, but can't do so. But yeah, DCX just keeping the ball rolling here. Orange trying to go in the middle lane, not going to happen. The GPM charts pretty much tell the story here. Yeah, I really think it just goes to, you know, Orange having this isn't one of their better days, because again, we saw it against Lions, the decision making questionable. We saw the next day though against IG, and holy crap, what a different team that was. They played that game balls to the wall. They were just so aggressive, so action oriented. They really took it to Internet Gangsters, a great team themselves. And they deserve to win that game. They looked really, really good in that game. And again, in the laws, against the law as well, apparently they actually did look pretty good as well. I didn't cast that game, so I can't say for sure. But today, again, it's just back to a different story. I mean, the decision making, the draft, it's just several things adding up to be a case of it's just not working out for them. And you know, obviously, I look forward to seeing a team like this again on the land seed, especially where it's you don't have to deal with the latency in the end, but. This group stages just have kind of been a roller coaster ride for them. But so far here in their final game now, the game to determine whether or not they move on. It's not the good start. 11.5 minutes in though. They're going to give it a fighting chance. Middle lane, you see DCX setting up, however, this could get ugly. Nice spin initially, but in comes a Tissar from Scout. You do see initiation from Shatterstorm. This is going to be a big Shatterstorm, perhaps. Yes, the summon the Scout. Down goes Scout right there. The denial of the tower does come out, however. Energy field also causing some issues. So they get the hero kill, but a deny on the tower from Justice League. Still killing a Scout. Definitely big right there. He's farming 370 gold per minute. He's actually having a hell of a good start. And Orange is going to fall back before too much other crazy stuff happens. Beastar just picked up by Predator. So I wonder if he's going to be going into an Elder Parasite here, if he maybe goes the Helmet of the Black Legion route. Energizer finished by WTF. So he's a fan of the Ghost Marcher Energizer, apparently. Usually we see more of the Steamboot Energizer, but likes to have even more damage and more phase effect. More time on the phase effect, that is. Double damage rune on Predator. Don't know if they're going to be able to find much at the bottom lane, unfortunately. Yeah, once again, just do a ping all here because I know people are curious. Yeah, you see, again, it is obviously still worse for Orange, but in this matchup, it is Justice League is up there as well. Bottom lane, Corrupted. They want to try to dive him. He has it ultimate Swift Slashes, but with the creep wave just coming right there, maybe they could have timed that a little better, but in the end, they get him to fall back at least, and all 5 of them are actually going to be making their way down here. So Justice League just going to counter push the middle tower in the meantime. Let's get a free tower kill here. Tower vulnerability at the last second, but
the Legion have destroyed a Hellborn tower.
So it's going to be a tower exchange. Will they keep going for Justice League? Doesn't look like they're going to start falling back. Actually, probably could have just kept going. Honestly, they're kind of, but not really. They're counter warding in the process. But yeah, top tower, bottom tower, excuse me, is going to fall down here in Orange's favor. So they're actually keeping the gold at bay a little bit as far as the league goes. It's now down to about 5,500, as well as a 2,200 experience lead here for the Legion side. Corrupted Disciple leading the way with that. Yeah, actually, wow, he's not. Faye's actually leading the way. I haven't really been noticing that, but Embry's been doing a hell of a job. He's got Ghost Marcher's bottle. This rate probably going to be going straight Portal Key, you would think. Swiftblade right here. Ghost Marcher's Energizer once again. We'll see where he goes. If he goes the Zai route, the Staff of the Master or not. Probably not. Probably not. And again, still curious to see what Predator turns that into. But Justice League, just like Fade to Black was last game, at similar points, they find themselves in a spot of they're not in a huge rush by any means. They're playing pretty passive right here. They got both Scout and Corrupted doing solid, doing pretty good on top of that. And you got now a Portal Key here on Fade, so she is level 9 still. Gets that level 11 mark, though, and really starts moving around. Setting up some ganks. Yeah, and having that Portal Key to jump on the likes of something like Swiftblade and Predator. Obviously, both Predator and Swiftblade have that way, kind of just hitting me, but of that magic immunity, of course, with the spin and then the Hardened Carapace, but or Stonehide, excuse me. Wow. But having an initiator like Fade to kind of take care of that is going to be good news for them. A little bit of a hiccup there. It happens. It happens. Triple stack Ancients in the meantime. Going to be cleared up here by Justice League, it looks like, or are they going to slowly do them? Oh, they're going top, though. Yeah, they see the push coming. Elder Parasite is finished, or at least bought here by Predator. Not delivered just yet. And he's not going to have it for this fight, it looks like, so this could get interesting. Blue, who's that? Corrupted Disciple, he's at the bottom lane currently, but he does have a TP. Orange realizes something's up, though. They're going to fall back. Maybe even wait for the Elder Parasite at least. That is a big farming item, or an item to have in general, going into a fight like this. So he does pick it up right here. But no fight's going to be had, so that's to the favor of Justice League again, because Corrupted Disciple is just farming the bottom lane while both teams are kind of tippy-toeing against one another at the top side. And GCX will gladly take that, Imba Boy. Now 15 more 100 gold saved up. Actually gets a Ward of Sight delivered. Place that one in lane, kind of protect himself right there. Back to the top lane, though. Orange once again grouping up. They got the other Parasite now. See Aurora coming out, reducing the damage as well as their armor. Will they just let this one go here? Marksman shot, kind of faking it out. Burning Shadows initiation on the Lowstone. Is that your best choice? Are they going to try to drop him? Shadowstorm is activated. Corrupted Disciple, he is starting to port in, though. Shadowstorm going to counter-initiate, though. Corrupted Disciple dropping quickly. Corrupted will fall right off the bat. Can Justice League hold this now? Scout comes in with a disarm attack. Swiftblade dropping quickly. He has his Swift Slashes, but he couldn't get it off. Fade finishes him off with the Burning Shadows. Down goes Glacius. In the background, they get another kill. It's a near genocide. Will it be one? Predator on the run now. He is the only one alive. They get the 200 Corrupted in Andromeda, but he too, no, they don't have a stun for it, so he will survive in the end. But a 4-for-2 exchange, and they save the tower. And it looks like they're going to be able to deny it even in the end. So once again, a one fight right there in favor of Justice League. Coming out, Orange did pretty good. I mean, that was a very, very good initiation on Lowstone's part, and that was definitely, you can also say, poor TP placement from Imba Boy there. and maybe the team support on top of that, but at the same time, Justice League does come out on top once again. As Swiftblade also, he really wasn't able to do much. I mean, he had the Swift Slashes still. He got jumped in the background, though, by Fade to finish him off as he's running away with barely any life. And it was not able to get it off. So, but back to farming we go here from Orange. And actually, Engineer going to be found against Glacius. Energizer in from Swiftblade. They want to chase him down. Maybe Swift Slashes. No, he couldn't get it off. He was in animation, it looked like. But he wasn't able to get it. He's going to use it on Corrupt right here. Gets 3 bouts, but you just look at him as little damage it is. That actually a swap from Andromeda, not even really necessary. But Swiftblade is going to be countered. So yeah, that was just Swiftblade getting really greedy right there and underestimating how much, well, a mix of how tanky Corrupt it actually was and how he only had a level 1 ultimate right there, and he really isn't that farmed yet. So that was just a mix of not the best decision-making, honestly, and leads into a death right there. And also Swiftblade, by the way, he's going for the life tube. So I wonder if... I want to say Helm of the Black Legion, because especially, I mean, they're getting in fights and a lot of action happening, wants to bulk up, but I don't know. I don't know if that is going to ultimately try to be turned into a Rune Cleaver, even a Nullstone. You do look at the Legion team over here. Nullstone's not a horrible option, actually. When you look at, I know there are some people out there that say Nullstone's a bad item, but I think in this game, I mean, there are some decent reasons to have it. You got the swap, you got the marksman shot, you got the conduit to kind of nullify that. So it wouldn't be the worst option, I don't think, but I also don't think it's it should be the priority by any means. But we'll see. Swiftblade here, just back to the jungle now, farming up 2300 gold on Predator, so he's actually picking it up quite a bit. 325 GPM. So Orange, again, actually, despite what the stats say, they're once again definitely not out of this yet, as we are approaching 20 minutes in now. Wonder if he's going to be going in Sanitarius next. How much is that in full? 2750. So. He has it now if he was going to be going for that. And there you go. So he does go the Insanitarius Elder Parasite combination here. And with those 2 items alone, again, he is actually a pretty big damage threat here. And then also, you know, you look at item building now on heroes like Corrupted Disciple especially, who, you know, arguably could eventually go something for like a Symbol, even a Behemoth Star we've seen before. But at the same time, against a Predator who is actually getting pretty good farm, it's getting more of that life can come at a cost against him. So maybe go more of the evasion aspect, the Geometer's Bane here, into a Wing Bow even, as well as building up that armor. Well, even a full Demonic Breastplate, that wouldn't be out of the question. They don't really have the best candidate for a Soul's Bulwark anyway. So actually, not top lane though. Big initiation here. ORGE Esports going to wipe them up actually. They just collapsed big time. A big kill for to start that, and Scout and Fade are picked off. Those are 2 huge kills. You see Revwards there. Caught that kind of as it was happening, so not exactly sure how they found them, but initiation took place, and yeah, this is the Legion team. Speaking of that, obviously they got several heroes that have that powerful invis, so make sure you have that dust, have those Revwards. They did right there, and they got 2 free kills out of it, so well played by Orange. And they're slowly but surely holding on into this game here. Corrupt Disciple. Pushing the bottom lane, though. Again, we'll see where he goes. If it's going to be that Dawnbringer, or maybe switching it up because of the matchup specifically. You have a Warhammer picked up by Scout, by the way. So he's not going the Brutalizer route. He's either going to Shrunken or even a Shield Breaker here. There's a Beast Heart here on Swiftblade, so it is going to be Helm of the Black Legion coming in. Actually, I like that. I mean, it definitely makes sense for this game. I mean, they got damage presence from Predator. There's also some decent bursts from the likes of Lodestone, and, you know, Swiftblade being level 12 here, he's got the Swift Slashes and crits coming out to be able to assist with some damage, so. Now, where he follows, obviously, it's not exactly sure where, but that'll be for him to decide. I don't think for going for eventually even a Dawnbringer himself was actually a pretty good idea. Getting the Firebrand here first, but oh, he needs to be careful right here. Fade wants to try to maybe jump. The Illusion Fade in the middle could be taken out, but Just going to scout things out now. He is level 11. So that's where that uptime and that cooldown really start to come together. And actually, Orange, though, finds this as an appropriate time to just push here. They got the Portakey on Bubbles. Glacius actually TPing, never mind. He's TPing top. They're going to kind of push still. They got Predator and Lowstone still going. They see that top lane, though. They want to be able to set up there if need be. Bubbles also porting in, so yeah, they're waiting. But Andromeda kind of do the same for DCX. They're collapsing, though, at the top side. Scout is here. He has Invis currently. No Bound Die on the Hellboy side, it looks like. Do they have Dust, too? They don't have Dust either. They have Rev Wards. Yeah, that's kind of... Usually, I think Dust is preferred against heroes like Scout and Fade especially. Obviously, having both is always good in the end, too, but just because they can get away with the Invis, with the movement speed and whatnot, so... They're out of the Rev Ward range. So we'll like to see that, if not even a Bound Die, possibly. Is that a puzzle box being worked on? It is. Fade going the puzzle box route. This item's been kind of catching some ground recently, it looks like. Embry here on Fade. Puzzle box being picked up. It's definitely a solid item just to have in general. You know, you think of the mana burn aspect of it against heroes like Swiftblade and Lodestone, even Predator. Are already on that lower mana pool. Swiftblade, oof. I don't know if he got information there. Okay, they're going to go into the Conquer Pit, actually. Fade might scout this out, though. If they get a Conquer here, this is huge for Orange. And they might. Okay, Fade's going over here. He's going to spot the Courier. He's going to run right into the Courier. Yeah, he's going to spot the Courier. He's going to see go in that direction, if anything. Will he kill it? The Mighty Blade, yes. He will kill the Courier. But if they commit to this, this should be a kill. This should be a kill here. Yeah, Orange is going to commit it. That's good. I was going to say, don't get like, oh no, Cruiser, let's go try to fight him. They are going to go for the kill, so that is good to see. Well played by Orange right there. Double damage Predator helps. And now he has a token of life. 2,000 gold saved up. Orange Esports, man. I mean, again, they are buying their time, and they really are coming back into this game. We do see the build here, by the way, from Imbaboy. It is a Frostburn, and actually now he buys a Mighty Blade, so that Shrunken Head is going to be coming out here. And again, it is hard to pass that up against like something like Bubbles and some good crowd control. But his armor still isn't the best. He's only sitting on the 13.8 armor. Not bad by any means, but... Do they have any... Oh, and actually, they're going to fight them at the Ancients. Fade's going to be picked up. He was late. The rest of his team was already falling back. He was clearly occupied with something else. His mind was elsewhere. His whole team clearly knew something was up, but he's like, don't worry, guys. I got this. And unfortunately, he didn't. I don't know if that was just he expected that maybe he could porticate the last second, or if he just really was maybe at the shop or something, but... They get a free pick onto Fade, who has a buyback. It would be his last buyback, though. I didn't realize that. I guess he bought back earlier. So this is a this is going to be a last buyback here coming out by Fade if he was to use it, which he's not. So, but again, he only has one buyback, so that's the point. This is a free tower kill. They're going to get it. Energy field coming out, though. Swap it on a Predator. Big swap right there. It's going to set up an easy kill. Now Token alive. Going to be used, though. Here comes Lodestone. Shatterstorm in. Oh, he timed it just a little bit off right there. It didn't hit. Lodestone's going to fall. That sucks because that was a big Shatterstorm opportunity. Glacius is going to go down as well. Fade just ended up resurrecting, and now Predator, can he actually escape? He's going to need to. He's going to activate the other Parasite action for the speed. He just says, screw it. I'm going to go for the TP here. Oh my god, it works. The magic, the Stone Hide actually helps him right there to TP out. And he actually does survive. So, honestly, Orange there, I mean, they got the tower kill on top of that, right? Yeah, they did. So, Orange, you know, sure they lost a token. They did lose Glacius in the end, but it could have been much worse for Orange. And they're fairly happy with that in the end. Also, yeah, the Lodestone. Even if that hit, though, I don't know if that... I wonder if it did hit, if the team would have then all followed it up and maybe a whole fight would have taken place. But even if it hit at that rate, I mean, they were kind of falling back, so maybe it wouldn't have mattered in the end. But also, good decision right there by DCX. That was well put on their part. Obviously, the energy field, it was kind of quiet. I was like, wait, what is that energy field for? But then, you know, it made sense. Obviously, they swapped in Predator offensively right there. And they just dropped him as a result, so well played. Brutalizer picked up by Predator. Love it. More damage. Sitting on 1,800 plus life. He's got the Elder Parasite for the assistance and attack speed here. Good lockdown tool against somebody like Corrupted Disciple. There's the Shrunken Head finish by Corrupted, speaking of that. But again, there is some good physical presence, though, between Predator and Swiftblade coming out here on the Hellborn side. Mixed damage even from Lodestone, so Shrunken Head's still a great pickup, but goes back to it's not a anti-Hellborn team item by any means. Scout's been, I don't want to say quiet. Earlier game, he was definitely very, very loud. But Zane has definitely quieted down a bit. He's at 25 more hundred gold here. He has a Shrunken Head at top of the Energizer and Ghost Marches himself. You got the puzzle box, obviously finished on Fade, level 1 currently. Shout out to Demal. Doing the giveaways there in chat. Definitely have fun with that, guys. Top of the command and portal key here on Bubbles. 1,000 gold on Swiftblade. It looks like he is going for his own Shrunken Head. And definitely, I mean, yeah, I like that. If he was their go-to only carrier, then maybe not. But because that's why they drafted like they did. They're playing Swiftblade as more of a, I don't want to say utility, but more of a kind of a backup carry. In the lineups that we see something like a Scout and a Corrupted, or like a War Beast and a Corrupted, things like that, where they have a couple of options. So, and it just so happens, he might not be having the best farm himself. Not that's really Predator. I mean, actually, it is okay. It's 327 gold per minute, not bad. But Predator is a step up at 370. His items obviously going for more of that hard-hitting route, where Swiftblade more of the, I'm going to be staying alive and at least getting off my Swift Slashes and pray to the Haunt Gods. And get some good placement with that ultimate. Get some decent crits and can actually do quite a bit. So, pause coming out here from DCX, it looks like, but just a quick pause at that. And back into the game we should be going here. So Shieldbreaker eventually is followed up by Scouty. The original Warhammer turned into the Shrunken, but now he has a Scout on Earth.
Damn time.
Now he has a Scout. Now he has a Shieldbreaker on top of that. Are there Souls Bulwarks in this game yet? There is not. And honestly, both sides, I think. Souls Bulwark is pretty damn necessary here. And I hope that's where Predator at least is going next. As far as the Legion team, again, I could see Corrupted Disciple going for it. Maybe even next himself. It is a big item. Just getting armor against the Hellborn side, not bad. Not a bad choice. And also just having it for amplifying damage yourself, pretty good. That or something like a wing bow. At this rate, probably going to finish the full Dawnbringer. Because he's already on the Frostburn, and that's what we usually see. Frostbrand. Frostburn. Why did I say Frostbrand? So many of these combo of items now. Scout being a nuisance, going around, counter-warding. See the Hellborn team on the minimap. They seem counter-ward, they all head in that direction, but by the time they get there, he's elsewhere. So, obviously, that's just what he does. Keeping the Hellborn team occupied, clearly, though. Just hoping to grow that gold lead ever so slightly. Middle lane, that is just an illusion Scout there. Helping to get some information. Yeah, that is true. I mean, so you're talking about how Corrupted needs to be careful about bulking up on too much life against the Predator, but at the same time, he is great against the Predator. I mean, the Conduit obviously can not be stopped with that stone hide. So he's going to be looking to use that on Predator, I'm sure, in this game. And he gets that chance. Well, was that a Geometer's Bane? Did I see that right? Yeah, he's gonna, oh no, Souls Bulwark, I'm sorry. I thought I saw Geometer's Bane for some reason. Souls Bulwark actually picked up, so there you go. He is going to get some more armor here on his side, and again, I hope that Predator goes that route as well. Full Demonic, a great follow-up for him.
The Legion have destroyed a Hellborn tower.
That they have, Samuel. That they have. So top tower goes down. A scout able to push it in. Orange doing a lot of just grouping up together here. They're just sticking together as a team and trying to get any picks. Again, Congo is not up just yet once again. Obviously, that token of life was used on Predator earlier on. They're going to try to flank, but not going to happen. Lowstone does have that bound eye, and it is showing. But DCX going to fall back and just go back to farming. So they're doing a good job. It's a mix of a good job by them. Definitely split pushing a little bit, keeping Orange on their toes as far as having to fall back. But at the same time, I feel like Orange is getting way too focused on just grouping up as a team here. They're all just a team, not doing their own ancients. If Congress spawns here very shortly, then maybe that's what they're going to go for. But they're falling further and further behind the overall Golden Experience lead by doing this, unless they start getting some kills soon or pushing some towers in. This is not going to prove to be the best strategy, honestly. So, I mean, hell, even look at Predator's farm. He's risen up by like 100, 200 gold maybe at the most in the last couple of minutes. His GPM's only 350 still. They're just sticking together as a team, though. That goes back to just the map control in general. Obviously, well in favor of DCX here. So Scout level 3 Showbreaker yet? Yeah, level 3 Showbreaker. And now he's pulling up more gold. 1,600 more gold now. Gotta think Congress having it soon the way teams are playing here. Coming up soon even. Swift played another 1,800 gold. So we're gonna see what item he decides to go for next here. As far as his follow-up, ideally more of that damage focus now. They're waiting. He must be up soon. No, they're just counter-warning, I guess, even. I keep seeing this in there. I'm like, what is that? That's just the Logger's Hatchet. Very aggressive ward of sight placed by TP's Priceless there. At the bottom side. So, obviously, yeah, we're definitely been a bit of a null phase here for a little bit. This game has definitely had a lot of action. I mean, 19 to 13 hero kills speaks for itself, but a little bit of null phase here. As far as action goes, is Congo actually up now? Nope. There we go. We had the timing just about right. And now Congo's going to drop really quickly. So, yeah, they set themselves up for a Congo kill. So, remember, they had the token of life last time. Weren't able to use it the best. We'll see if it works out a lot better this time or not. This time, though, the Legion side, they have some good information. Fade's kind of running around. They will distract Orange. Embry going to go on the uphill here. Do they have the bound eye? They use Dust right there, but she's out of range. They try to catch her. They have the bound eye, but again, they can't see her in the end. She blinks away, going to be fine. So Fade alone is really keeping them occupied here. Keeping them playing a guessing game. Look back at Congo here. Orange really wants to do it, but the Justice League not going to let it go for free by any means. What is that puzzle box at, by the way? It is level 2 here from Fade, and he's using it to harass the hell out of the Hellborn team as they're attempting Congo. You see the, the puzzle box mauler right there exploding, and Swiftplay taking some good damage from that. So again, a lot of stalemate going on. Bimbo Boy's just finding farm elsewhere, 460 GPM himself. Keeping that rising ever so slightly. Oh, we're going to finally see initiation up here, maybe. Shell Surf out. They can see Faye. They got a Rev Ward nearby, but now he has a team support as well. So Justice League pushing out this lane right here. Kind of forcing Orange to place the defense of anything, but actually it's screwed. He's going to jump into Swiftblade. In the meantime, Andromeda actually gets jumped with the covenant in the background. Predator's going to take out Andromeda right there. Now Swiftblade in the midst of it all. Swiftblade go for the spin. He already used Swift Slash. Scott on him, though, takes him out. And now Scott go over Predator. Predator, that's a fight. Predator's going to win, though. And one more auto attack. No, he can't do it. Now Corrupted Disciple comes in with 4 conduit charges, tears them apart. Obviously, Scout doing plenty as well. Down goes Glacius. We do have a buyback onto the Predator. It looks like Bubbles is also able to pick off Fade, so what do we got, a 3 versus 2 right now? I think that a 3 versus 3, actually, as far as who is up. That should be the end of it. And it's all said and done. Buyback situation. It was the 1 buyback on Predator, and that's it. Will they go for Conqueror now or not? Not going to go for Conqueror in the end. So, yeah, that's both teams kind of initiated at similar times. Still the Kelfield in the background. But Fade also jumped right there. And against Swiftblade, he was able to get the Swift Slashes off. But he died shortly after that. So Predator did show a bit of his presence, though, as far as his damage there. Obviously, with that buyback, putting his goal down slightly. Still wonder if he's going to be going that Soul's Bulwark or something else now. Huh. Okay. Sorry, guys. Just getting an update right there. So, a couple of things. As we maybe have action here. I'll wait just a couple seconds. Congress obviously regenerated a lot of life right here in the meantime. But, okay, so a couple of things, though. First off, the other match in the Group A, the one that Beef has covered, they're actually playing that on the Garena client. That's between the 2 Southeast Asian teams. So, obviously, just it kind of makes sense if that's the case. So, we got that one over there of DC Fabulous versus New Generation. But even more importantly, though, for our schedule, our final match of Fade to Black versus Justice League, it looks like it might be pushed back about a half an hour. So it was set to start at 3:30, which is about 25 minutes from now. But so it's probably not going to start till about 4 Eastern, which is just under an hour from now. So we still have obviously game left in this one, but just a heads up that might be a little bit longer of a break in between this game and then the final game of Fade to Black versus Justice League due to just a scheduling conflict there. So, but just a heads up on that, as we are still got game left here. Definitely do. There's a full demonic, and he has a Dawnbringer on top of that from Immaboy. I think it's safe to say now he's pretty good to go. $2,200 going down to save up on Predator, so either he's just saving up for his final buyback or even going to be going for something else here. You see the Abyssal Skull picked up by Scout, another great pickup for them to have there. There we go, back into Conqueror, but word aside from TP's prices, I mean, they have the information. Are they going to get here, though? Scout's not here. He's at the top lane currently. He's porting, but wow, this is going to be close. Orange, if they commit to it, they got it. It's going to be really close, though. They're not kind of Swiftblade Predator. It's going to go down, but here we go with a fight. Corrupted Disciple comes in. In comes also with the follow-up, though. Predator picks up the token. He leaps in on the Corrupted Disciple. Swift Slash is going around, bouncing all over the place. Scott now opening with the disarm. Down goes Predator. Predator is going to resurrect, but he falls once again. What an energy build right there. Coming out by Justice League and Engineer. And now Bubbles also in a lot of trouble. But holy crap, did Predator just melt right there. As well as Swiftblade, as soon as his Swift Slashes were done. Immaboy with the quad kill. And that very likely could be the end. So even with the 2 Conqueror kills for ORGE Sports throughout this game, still not enough to be able to pull through. Justice League, just the better team here.
Have destroyed a Hellborn tower.
At least for this game, and now they're pushing it in. So obviously a buyback situation. Predator actually does have a buyback again, but going to choose not to use it right here with only Bubbles being up currently. Not really a huge reason to do so. Just going to wait it out, but by then, it probably is going to be over. 2 sets of racks already going down. You're now down 28,000 gold, 27,000 experience. Corrupted Disciple, he has another 3,700 gold saved up on him. And he has that other slot open, so. And of course, there's no Congo kill now for another 9 minutes or so. He's not worried about saving that for a token of life by any means. So yeah, Predator comes back up, and now he actually buys the Soul's Bulwark, so kind of unfortunate he didn't have that for the last fight. Not saying by any means that would have made a big difference, because really, probably would not have. Yeah, something specifically just really dry. I don't know if that was just synergizing of the abilities coming together by the Legion team, or one maybe corrupted with the conduit charges, but also the energy field was just disastrous there for Orange. By the time Orange had initiated with Lodestone and then Swiftblade to follow and then Predator leaping in, the energy field went up. It was, I believe it was a full duration, and it just melted them down. So well placed by TP Spices right there, and just well fought as a team, of course. Staff of the Master now on St. Rocks, playing Andromeda. That's fun if you can get that item on him. Making a swap cooldown only 10 seconds. And I think I just saw the Brutalizer pick up on Scout, actually. Yep, Brutalizer and a Staff of the Master on the crit. That's an expensive courier. So Orange, again, sticking together as a team. They're just hoping for something here. But in the meantime, Justice League is like, we'll just be pushing your base way up here. So Orange Esports, they're going to have to fall back, and Vulnerability comes out.
The Legion have destroyed a Hellborn tower.
Meanwhile, in the middle lane, Lodestone finds himself getting picked off. Glacius also now in trouble. He froze Fade, but it doesn't matter. Fade. He froze Fade. So none of those are buying back, and again, Orange just really biding their time here, but it looks like it is going to become official here. Orange Esports, unfortunately, going to be knocked out now of the SoundBlaster Heroes League. With this loss, again, that does mean they are not going to be moving on to the bracket stages. Instead, Justice League guarantees them moving on. Not certain of what seed exactly just yet, but it is going to be Justice League moving on. We also know now all the 4 teams from both groups as far as that's concerned. GG, well played. Well fought, definitely was by Orange Esports throughout these whole group stages. But clearly just wasn't to be in this match. Once again, Justice League just the better team. Again, Orange, no doubt, some questionable decision-making, but at the same time, Justice League definitely played that very well themselves and deserving of the victory. So as far as records are concerned, again, that means Justice League is 2-2, but more importantly, and Orange is 2-3, but more importantly, Justice League, Fade to Black, Internet Gangsters, and Lion Esports Club. Those are your 4 teams even that are going to be moving on now. Outside of Group B, Orange Esports at a 2-3 record, and the Law at 0-5. They are knocked out and will not be advancing to the group stages. So congratulations out of those 4 teams. Once again, and Fade to Black, Justice League, Lions, and Internet Gangsters. I'm sure they're all feeling pretty good. One step closer in terms of competing for that $15,000 prize pool. As there you go with the updated standings right there. As far as the other side of things, not sure, once again, how that one is playing out, if it has yet. It doesn't look like it has yet. Again, that is being casted by Colecast over there. So for this time, obviously we are going to be taking a break. And like I just announced, we are going to be a little bit later with the next match. So it'll probably be in about 45 minutes from now or so is when the next match is set to take place. So we're going to keep the stream on, obviously, and everything. But Fade to Black versus Justice League. They are going to be finishing off as the final match. Now, as far as what is on the line there, not a whole lot, honestly. Not a whole lot, honestly. It is going to be more about the pride factor in the end for those 2 teams going at it. But still, it should be a fun matchup nonetheless. Because, again, in the end, they are both moving on. Seeding is kind of weird because the first-place team from the other group gets to choose their opponent. So it could mean no matter how these 2 teams finish, stay